The problem development, realization, evaluation, and final solution were the four key components of configuring this task. The design process began with transferring the task into a brief, which was to drop an egg from 4 meters without the egg breaking. Constraints were that the egg had to be raw and had to fall 4 meters onto a hard surface. Ideas were cotton buds in the shoebox with the egg being in the center, rubber bands around the outside of the egg being wrapped in bubble wrap. However, I chose the material of newspaper because it was readily available, and deriving from trees, it was very strong material. So instead of just using newspaper to wrap around the egg, which was my initial design, I then researched how it could be used to its strongest potential, which was creating cylinders out of the newspaper using a pencil inside to make the cylinders all relatively even, and then using tape to tape that together as a casket around the egg. So the egg originally needed to sit in the center of the casket, but then I thought maybe if it went on top, that might be better because then it could just go straight down with gravity. I then used the bend in the stumps of the holder to be kind of the resistance when the egg hit the ground so that it wouldn't topple to the side. Unfortunately, it ended up toppling to the side and breaking. The dog had a bit of a feed. So the next step was realization. By testing that model prototype ball, I realized that I needed to change something. The thing I needed to change was to put the egg more so inside the casket so that it was more protected. So I pulled the casket down a bit lower for my second run, and the egg was still not as protected, but it was more protected than the last time. Unfortunately, the second test didn't work so well either, and I got the same result where the egg toppled over. And even though I had designed it so that the hardest part of the egg would hit first, being the top, not the side still hit first and resulted in breakage as well. So the idea of my model was to create a casket around the egg, but the egg obviously wasn't in the casket as much as it needed to have been. So what I